Because your child is damaged. Your child is damaged for life, disoriented for life. These people need punishment for life. They must in prison for life. Thank you.
Attorney General, we have an amendment from Imat Cecilia.
The proposal of the committee is 10 years. Mama Cecilia proposes life. If the argument is about the length of imprisonment, we could find a middle ground and propose 15 to 20.
Attorney General,
Yes.
Attorney General, imagine it is your own child. Imagine it is your own child, Attorney General.
In the presence of a child, performs a sexual act with a person of the same gender, or causes another person to engage in a sexual act with a person of the same gender, commits an offense, and is liable on conviction to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 10 years.
Cecilia.
Chair, I have a concern on the punishment of 10 years. We have seen some videos moving around of young children of 4 years, 3 years being inducted or forced into the act of homosexuality. Now, in that situation, Chair, a child is completely disoriented as far as sexuality is concerned. Now, how can you prescribe only 10 years? Such people really, even if we are trying to be merciful, should be life. Because your child is damaged. Your child is damaged for life, disoriented for life. These people need punishment for life. They must in prison for life. Thank you.
Chair.
Attorney General. We have an amendment from Imat Cecilia.
The proposal of the committee is 10 years. Mama Cecilia proposes life. If the argument is about the length of imprisonment, we could find a middle ground and propose 15 to 20.
Attorney General,
Yes.
Attorney General, imagine it is your own child. Imagine it is your own child, Attorney General.
Yes, amendment.
Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Please.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair,
Can you look?
where somebody has got your child, imagine the child is 2 years, is 3 years. Even life imprisonment is not adequate, because this person is going to go into the prisons and continue living his life, maybe even continuing with homosexuality in the prisons. These people should be castrated. Yes. The amendment I'm proposing is that the person should be castrated, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Elijah.
Yeah.
Elijah.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Elijah.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair. I want to
Give
concur.
me the years.
Yes. I want to concur with Madam Cecilia Ogwal, because the damage here caused is for life. So I think the basis we said the sentence to life imprisonment, because the damage to this child is for life. So let the sentence also be for life. Thank you.
Honorable members, the issue is you're saying the 10 years are few. How many years?
Life.
Madam Chair, I would urge my colleagues generally, one, because I've heard these sentiments coming out, supposing it is your child. as legislators, we do not want
Let's
to go
not put personal feelings
on
in this,
record
please.
because we would be losing objectivity. That's point number one. Number two, in our legislation, let's keep remembering the two principles of legality and proportionality. Because whatever we are saying here, you see, it is a point of law. It is a point of law. And I signed this report. I am conscious I have a duty to protect it. Legality, proportionality, and emotions out of this. Thank
So
you.
how many years are you in agreement with the
Yes, I'm
committee?
in agreement.
Thank you, Chair.
Dr. Bedi.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable.
Dr. Bedi.
Thank you, Right Honorable Chair. Right Honorable Chair. Right Honorable Chair, I'm rehabilitating a child who was recruited in primary 7. I want us to amend that the offense comes from 10 to 20 years. To 20 years.
That is different.
Yes, I understand.
This is different on this clause. That's different.
Right Honorable Chair, it is important that we find...
Can we hear from the Attorney General?
Madam Chair, I wanted to raise
Because
something very key.
we are talking about years. Can we hear from Attorney General?
Colleagues, in light of the proportionality that Honorable Segona has urged, I would want us to agree that 20 years would suffice.
Can I have Lob?
Thank you, Right Honorable Chair. The disservice the Honorable Land Attorney General and my other land friends have done to this House is not to explain under sentencing guidelines that actual life can be 3 years. And I'm telling you what actually is. That actually when you prescribe 15 to 20 is more appropriate than generally saying life.
Yes.
The land attorney can explain actually what it means. So don't simply say life. Legally, life can mean actually 5 years, depending on how the presiding officer construes the matter being considered. So please, you should have been helpful to the House to say life is not actually life. The chair can also guide, right, Honourable Speaker. I thought that should really be well understood.
Chair.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members. Honourable Members, prescription of offences must be based on time or the penalty ultimately. Different countries have defined life imprisonment differently, and this is from practice. Wherefore, if you want to say 30 years, say it. If you want to say 40 years, say it. Otherwise, the mere saying that the punishment should be imprisonment for life does not exactly imply that the judicial officer shall describe life in case of the person to mean all time behind bars. And that is through practice and what is there. Therefore, it's my humble view, Right Honourable Speaker, that we call upon the proposer to clearly state whether it is 25 or 30 or 10 or 20, and we move.
Right Honourable Speaker. Order.
Segona.
Can I say something?
Right Honourable Speaker, Right Honourable Chair, Madam Chair, I think that one has been sorted by the latest jurisprudence.
Yes.
In the case of Tigo, the Supreme Court has stated that when
Honorable members, listen.
when the legislation says life imprisonment, they mean your natural life.
Your natural life.
Your entire life.
Yes.
So I think that one ceases to be contentious.
Yes.
I am in agreement with the committee. I signed the report.
Can I have Fox? Where is Fox? Honorable Fox.
Right, Honorable Chair.
Honorable members. Honorable Fox.
Right, Honorable Chair. Just permit me 2 minutes. Number one, when it comes to the protection of children, we all should speak with one voice. The protection of minors, we all must speak with one voice. And that position applies to heterosexual sex as it applies to homosexual sex. Children have no space in the sex world. And I will encourage all of you to protect our children.
How many years?
That said, Right Honorable Chair, I am a member of the committee, and the 10 years is sufficient.
Chair. Right, Honorable Speaker.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much.
Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the problem we are dealing with, if members can listen, you see, Madam Chair, A speaks about recruiting children, transporting them, blah, blah, for purposes of engaging them. In English, it means etc. Madam Chair, while B and C and D are about either someone committing homosexuality in the presence of a child or distributes material. These offenses cannot attract the same sentence. Someone trafficking a child for homosexuality and someone showing a film. I therefore want to propose, Madam Speaker, that in case of A, life imprisonment, in case of B, C, and D, 20 years.
Honorable members, I put a question that the proposed new clause stands part of the bill with amendment of 20 years as proposed by Honorable Semuju and Attorney General. Those in favor say on the contrary, aye? The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
Honorable members, so why are you making noise? If you want to make an amendment, your private members, you will make an amendment. Yes, Matt, Jonathan.
Right Honorable Speaker, I just want clarification from the chair whether this would not conflict with the principle of confidentiality. Because confidentiality and privacy. Because these days, people are so clever, they can say they are going to discuss business when they are going for other things. So the principle of confidentiality, how shall it operate here? So can I be clarified, please?
Please clarify.
Further clarification, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I was just looking at the definition of a brothel. It's a short for brothel house, a house of prostitution. So a house of prostitution legal in Uganda, or they are illegal, because by operation itself of a brothel, it's illegal, they are illegal. So I need to be clarified, because which one is a brothel? Because it goes further, say from a brothel, a wretch, a scoundrel, a lecher, a harriot, prostitute, a house influenced by bordel. So that's the definition.
Kato,
So
don't go.
we need
We
to
are going to
clarify that.
voting now.
So Chair, help us whether it is
Muijuche.
legal to operate brothel.
Muijuche, then
Yeah, since,
Catholic.
this is also promotion, I would put the years at 10. 10 years.
It is not a promotion. Allowing your premises knowingly.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
Madam Chair, and our members, I think that the committee was very careful on this clause. Once they have said the occupier or manager of the premises who knowingly, that solves everything. Let us look at the sentence.
Give us the years.
For me, everything is for life until everybody is finished. So,
Madam Chair.
Moses.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, as a way of avoiding these people to get land and construct buildings and use them for the same, I think we need 15 years.
Honorable Akamba.
Madam Chair, I move that we put the punishment at 10 years.
Richard.
Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also agree, because knowingly means you are also promoting. Since we put 10 years for promoting, it should be the same, 10 years.
Fred?
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, that word knowingly indict. So I think, whereas others may want to camouflage, 10 years would be okay. Let's provide 10 years
Judy?
for that.
Judy?
Since we also have families that do promote this under pretext of protection of the categories, I also agree with 10 years.
Asumani?
Chair, I have no objection on the 10 years being proposed by majority view, but I just want to clarify the issue of brothels that the Honorable Okupa raised. Brothels by nature are illegal, so I want to propose that instead of brothels as the head note here, it should be premises.
We are having an amendment from can you redraft on the head note and in the years?
I think the proposal by Asmani is correct.
The proposal by Asmani on the head note for premises.
For premises is correct,
and
I agree with the 10 years.
Yes.
Chair, I want to raise an objection on the use of the word knowingly. In now modern penal legislations, the moment you bring the word knowingly, you are going to create confusion in prosecuting some of those. So we should actually remove and will remain with the person who allows, so that it becomes easy for the prosecution to deal with.
Who allows? Yes.
Madam Chair.
Allows. Yes.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
And the use of phrases stands out. How will you know?
Madam Chair.
I want to hear from Honorable Katuntu. Honorable Katuntu, then Medi.
Colleagues, the principle of criminal responsibility has two ingredients. The first one is intention. And that intention must be a criminal intention. In Latin, they call it a mens rea. For you to be criminally responsible, the prosecution must prove that you had that criminal intention. Then you go ahead and put that criminal intention into action. So the word knowingly must be there, because unless you are aware and you have the intention of renting out or providing premises, then you can't be criminally responsible. So, you want to clarify to me the law? The law? Okay.
Honorable members, we are making amendment. We are making amendment on the head note. Honorable members, can I have order? We are making an amendment on the head note to premises, and then we are making an amendment on the years to 10 years. Not so? I put a question that clause 12 be amended as proposed, with amendment of premises on the head note and 10 years as the sanction. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 12 as amended.
I put a question that clause 12 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.